What would it mean for your freedom if an unelected organization halfway around the world could decide when you must stay home, show a vaccine passport, or surrender your medical data?
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, and alongside co-host Alara Sky, we're examining why the United States, Italy, Austria, and Israel all said no to the World Health Organization's 2024 amendments to the International Health Regulations. Today you'll learn exactly what those amendments tried to authorize, why several nations rejected them, and how you can act before the rules take hold elsewhere.
Less than 2 weeks ago, on July 18, 2025, U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Secretary of State Marco Rubio issued a joint statement that flatly rejected the new regulations. They warned that the changes would let the WHO override national decisions on lockdowns, quarantines, and digital health documentation without a single vote from Congress. Or from you.
The core problem was authority. The text would have allowed the WHO Director General to declare a public health emergency of international concern, and then expect every member state to follow WHO-designed responses. In practice, a directive drafted in Geneva could compel local agencies in your hometown to impose travel bans or mandatory injections, whether or not lawmakers agreed.
Even more alarming was the language itself. Phrases such as equitable access and risk communication sounded noble but were never defined. That vagueness leaves room for censorship disguised as public health messaging. If the WHO decided a scientific debate threatened its preferred narrative, critics could be silenced in the name of stopping misinformation.
Digital surveillance sat right behind the censorship door. The amendments promoted global vaccine passports and interoperable health IDs, systems that link your movements, employment, and even shopping to compliance scores. Imagine showing a QR code not just to board a plane, but to enter the grocery store. Kennedy and Rubio called the idea incompatible with American privacy and free speech protections.
The United States also pointed to the WHO's own track record during COVID-19. Early missteps, opaque data sharing, and political deference to powerful member states undercut public trust. Granting that same body broader powers, the statement argued, would reproduce the very confusion and suppression that harmed lives and economies only a few years ago.
Italy, Austria, and Israel reached similar conclusions. In Rome, Health Minister Orazio Schillaci, backed by Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, filed a full rejection on July 19, stressing that pandemic rules must remain subject to parliamentary debate. Vienna submitted a legal objection that blocks enforcement until Austria's legislature can scrutinize each clause. Jerusalem conducted months of internal review before Health Minister Uriel Basso withdrew Israel's consent, citing the need to protect national security, economics, and education from outside mandates.
For countries that remained silent, the clock is ticking. Nations that did not register a rejection by July 19, 2025 will be bound to the amendments beginning September 19, 2025. 4 outliers, Iran, the Netherlands, New Zealand, and Slovakia, have until September 19, 2026, thanks to earlier reservations. But everyone else is locked in unless they act now.
So, where does that leave you? Sovereignty is not just a word for diplomats. It anchors your right to make personal medical decisions, travel without unjustified barriers, and speak openly about science. If those rights matter to you, there are 5 actions you can start this week.
First, verify your country's status. Check official government notices or foreign affairs sites to see whether leaders accepted, rejected, or remained silent on the amendments. Knowing the position sets the stage for meaningful pressure.
Second, contact your elected representatives directly. A phone call or handwritten letter carries far more weight than an online petition. Tell them you expect domestic health policy to stay under constitutional control, not the directives of an international bureaucracy.
Third, inform people around you. Many neighbors, coworkers, and family members still have no idea that these amendments exist. Use clear, everyday language, skip the legal jargon, and explain that this is about preserving democratic oversight, not isolationism.
Fourth, share real-world examples. Point to the United States, Italy, Austria, and Israel to show that defending medical autonomy is mainstream, bipartisan, and legally sound. Their decisions prove it is both possible and prudent to draw a line.
Fifth, organize locally. Whether through a community forum, school board, or faith group, start small gatherings where people can ask questions and plan collective action. Local organization translates individual concern into visible political force.
Your challenge for today is simple. Pick one of those 5 steps and complete it within 48 hours. Maybe you send a letter to your senator, talk through the issue at dinner, or print a 1-page summary for your next neighborhood meeting. Each small move expands the circle of people who understand what is at stake. Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.